Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. And in this video, we're going to talk about yachts, which are certainly not something, people think when they think, oh, environmental. But, you know, I heard a video of watching, a video about one of these yachts, and the guy said that it costs $2,000 in fuel just to start, one of these yachts up. And they're definitely impressive if you ever see them in person. Yeah, they're definitely impressive. And I saw one video where there was a guy in the field who said that people are building bigger and bigger yachts because on land they're just more constrained and constrained and constrained and just can't get permission to do what they want on their land. So they're taking their big houses and big showpieces to the sea. And one guy who's been getting some press about that lately is yeah, Jeff Bezos. He's about to get a 500 million mega yacht, and it's getting press right now because it's been being said in this past week. This was 5 days ago. It's February 8th, 2022, that this historic bridge here will have to be dismantled to get the boat out from the final shipyard that all the final stages of construction are happening at, out to the open waters where he can go and enjoy it. And yeah, so it's been in the bridge. Now, this is 5 days ago, then 4 days ago. This is February 4th, 2022. The mayor of the town confirms there's no application for that. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that, but there's been a lot of scuttlebutt, as they used to say in MASH. And so Jeff's been getting some press, but one thing interesting about this boat is that this is Architectural Digest. This is that article with the headline right up here, and it says the super yacht is said to be modeled after Oceanico's famous yacht Black Pearl, um, and is one of the largest and most ecological sailing yachts in the world. She can cross the Atlantic without burning even a liter of fossil fuel. So I tried to find some more information about that, searched and searched, and I couldn't. But I've been joking about this for a while. What I'm going to talk about here, shadow vessels. I've for a while I'm like, well, when is a boat going to have a boat? Because maybe even give the crew a boat so that the crew isn't just compact into downtown quarters, down in the boat quarters and down below quarters, and where they get to go out and do something in the sun outside of work. And so these guys, these owners, aren't thinking about the staff, but I've been making jokes about that for a while. But shadow vessels are a growing phenomenon in the super yacht industry because the more toys you have and whatnot. And yeah, this boat, um, Bezos's boat, is going to have a shadow boat. So that 500 million, it includes, this new boat that's going out, and it's here somewhere. Yeah, it includes that, and it is the price for the shadow boat too. So he's getting a pretty good deal there. But that where it said, across the Atlantic without even a liter of fuel. I truly tried to find some information out there about how that's going to happen, but I couldn't. And and I was like, does Jeff really care about the environment? I mean, he he and his girlfriend took a private jet to discuss climate change with Prince Charles, who's family won't allow solutions since, definitely at least the past few years, Charles isn't easy to get to. Believe me, I've tried. It's another video or two. And, but then, this was days after he and 50 guests flew choppers to Bill Gates' super yacht party. So, and those choppers were out to the boat, and then they had to fly to wherever they were at. But, he talked with Charles. I don't really know that Bezos is an environmental guy, but this was headlines, mostly because he flew by private jet, and and then of course out to Bill party, and the food and the drink, all imported from wherever, and the puppies that might have been brought out on their own private flight to this party too. The way these people live. I mean, Bill Gates telling us we have to cut carbon. Billy, just give it a rest. But I've been thinking about doing a video about actual real environmental sailing, because it is coming about. It's here's the Rob report, and zero emission solar powered yachts entered boating's mainstream. And this was January 2021. And there are some companies that are coming on board, and they're making zero emission yachts to compete with diesel chugging vessels. They're so quiet you can hear dolphins swim by. And I'm definitely all for that. Yeah, the boating life seems like a pretty good life, and those big boats that are out there today, they are just something that if you're using them, you shouldn't be lecturing anybody about we have to save the planet, and then thinking about being a mad scientist, which I just did a video on about Billy Gates wanting to dim the sun now because of all of our pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. But these boats here, they've been getting a lot of press in the past couple of years. They're solar powered, really, and then they, charge electrical batteries. And there's a bunch of companies out there doing this. And here's another one. Green yacht sales right here. A new day is beginning in boating, and it's about electric propulsion. It says that the future of boating is safe, quiet, low maintenance, good for the oceans, and electric. And yeah, there's a number of companies that are out there doing this. If you search, just let me do that again. You get a bunch of companies that are out here doing it, and these are really just clean and quiet. There's a company here. Oh, this is Green. Let me see. Yeah, Green Yacht Sales, and they came about in 2019, I think, and they're dedicated to supporting the electric-powered community on the water by selling, servicing, advocating, and operating electric-powered boats. It really is the future here. And Green Yacht Sales, this is one of the top guys there. I'm not exactly sure who he is, but he invited. I don't know if you've ever seen Sailing Yuma. These guys, well, that's one of them, and Kika, and they started out. They have an electric boat that they they bought. It was going to be just destroyed if somebody didn't salvage it. And these guys didn't even know how to boat, and they're just big on the electric motor that they have, and it works really good down when you're in the tropics. But they even just brought it up into the Arctic. Yeah, they were up in Norway and Greenland and Iceland, and they did have to power it a few times, plug it in at marinas up there. They did have a generator, but this is in its infancy, the electric boat, but it is definitely an up and coming market. And this guy here of Green Yacht Sales, he's really about bringing this to the forefront. So isn't we got silent yachts? Yeah, that's these boats are they are just you don't hear a motor, you don't hear anything. It's just beautiful. And there's another one out here, Soul, Soel Yachts, and they are another out of the gates here. They create state-of-the-art solar electric yachts. Our young and highly specialized team forms the perfect symbiosis of in-house design, electric systems integration, and naval architecture experience. Yeah, that each solar electric yacht demonstrates our strive to offer an outstanding experience and to scale positive impact by contributing to a fully sustainable future. So you can't argue with that, right? I mean, the environmental educator is not about telling you that you can't live your life and live it and enjoy nice things and go out and do things, and it's just about doing it responsibly. So this is becoming an up and coming part of the industry, and all of these archaic yachts, they probably won't even it'll be hard to sell them pretty soon, because if you can go out and buy a new sleek and beautiful solar yacht that you're not having to spend, I mean, a couple of $100,000 every time you fill up the tanks, maybe even more than that, probably. It's that at some point will make these boats just undesirable. It's going to be hard to offload these big guzzlers in a bit, I think, because this electric boat industry is very taking a hold on the market, and you can't argue with it. And these guys here, sailing Uma, they they did a video once, and they did it on their boat, which is an electric boat, and the motor's so quiet. And then they did it on an identical boat to their boat, the same model, same length, like 36 feet. I mean, yeah, these guys have a small boat, man. I mean, when these guys started out, they literally would, they had here's the other half of sailing Uma. They literally had a dinghy that collapsed, and they rowed it. They pulled the anchor up, like every time they pulled up anchor manually. I mean, these guys roughed it for years. They bought this boat. They spent like a year. This guy, he has built every single inch of that boat. He really has. It's so it's a pretty interesting channel. They go a lot of places, but they've taken their electric boat out to into the Arctic Circle, but they did a video in an identical boat, but the other boat had a diesel engine, I'm sure. And it's true, you could like not even hear each other talking to each other. It was so loud, and this electric motor is just so quiet, and it really is powered by all of these solar panels for the most part. I'm sure they have generators too. as a safety feature. But these boats, I've seen some videos about these, and they go out, and for the most part, they truly are just this is their own power generating system, no big engine rooms, and yeah, sure, a big bank of solar batteries, but yachting might become responsible people. It might not be so frowned upon for, greenies, people that are out there preaching to you, to go out and enjoy this lifestyle. And hey, you know what? Good for them. They've earned it. If you go out and you do well in the world, and then you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, I don't have a problem with that. Just we've got to do things responsibly, but I do have a problem with people like, Billy Gates here, and where, where did Jeff fly out to his party? You know, and they think nothing of it, and then they lecture to you, and then when you give Bill Gates the solutions he's out there screaming for, can he be bothered to let you achieve? No, 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 no. Bill, he just wants he just wants to like big technology, and that's the solution. No, it's not. No, it's not, Bill. But I just thought I'd do this video, and there is a future here, as these guys, Green Yacht Sales, say, a new day is beginning in boating, and their award-winning boats, hopefully, will be it. There's no reason for this not to take over. So, yeah, yeah, that wouldn't be so bad to spend some time doing that, wouldn't people? Okay, stay tuned. This is the Environmental Educator, and we've got to live responsibly, people, and no one else is going to take you there. Stay tuned.